Recently, I came across with a study which is done among 47 university students. It was a study done as part of the psychology and social studies. And the variable in the study, they were testing the relationship between power and hypocrisy. Whether power make people more hypocrite. And maybe there is a tendency in me for hypocrisy. I like the study. I wanted to read about it. And actually, the conclusion, the discussion part of the study is that they found the higher the power, the greater the power, there is a higher rate of people being hypocrite. In other words, their definition of moral hypocrisy is a failure to follow one's own expressed moral rules and principles. And the study found the power increases hypocrisy, so that the powerful show a greater discrepancy between what they practice and what they preach than those who are powerless. And it's interesting to see how they did the study, manipulating the variables among the students. And today in the gospel, that is what the main focus of Jesus' teaching, power and moral hypocrisy. People who are powerful, they become hypocrites. They choose to not to do what they preach or what they say, like probably teachers, policemen, those who are in leadership, priests. You could name anyone who may assume to have certain power, because they have the sense of entitlement. I studied so hard, I reached this place of leadership, and I am entitled to this power, and I will tell, you obey. So they found that the power and moral hypocrisy is connected to a feeling of entitlement. Higher power roles are culturally associated with right to judge other people in order to maintain moral norms. So I have the right to judge, and you may have experienced that in the past from this pulpit, where priests who are men just like all of us stand here and preach very morally judging sort of preachings. You may have heard, or you may have childhood memories of that. Being entitled to judge others. And this judgment, this entitlement is increased, or this moral hypocrisy is increased when they don't care about social disapproval. I don't care. You don't like me? I don't care. But I have the power. Father Franco could say that when I say, I don't like you, Franco. Well, Bonnie, I'm sorry. I'm the parish priest. I'm stuffed. I have to stick up to him, you know. So it's power, moral hypocrisy, because of entitlement feeling. And then because of all this, I don't care what you say about me. I'm not worried about social disapproval, because in everything I have a self-interest. And this is what Jesus is attacking the priests and the Pharisees and those who are in position of power, because they show a hypocrisy, because they have the power. And they feel they are entitled to it. God called them. I've been called from my mother's womb to be a priest. And just because of my ordination, I have the right to say the things I can say, and then afterwards, you may see me drunk in the pub. Father is drunk? Oh, he was preaching about sobriety this morning. And this not only happens in political sphere, it happens in our relationships. And that is maybe that's something that I would really like to bring all of our attention to. This particular sense of power in our relationship, especially in our intimate relationship, whether it is between husband and wife, whether it is between parents and children, or among siblings, the sense of power. Then there is hypocrisy, then there is entitlement, then there is, I don't care what you say, I will tell you what to do. And there are parents who must have done that I will leave the way, and you are my son, you are my daughter, I'm going to tell you what you do, and don't look at me. And there is abuse. And that is what Jesus very cleverly said: power, hypocrisy, and heavy burden. When power is in the hands of people who think they are entitled, then there is clear abuse. Okay, the business belongs to me, and I don't care what you think of me. As long as you under me, I will say what I want to you. And you have to put up with it. I have experienced that in my own life. My first experience of confession was very terrible. I prepared well. I went to the confession and I said my sins. And the priest got out of the confession and he said, "Did you do all these things?" And I thought he was joking, but he was very serious. And he gave me a penance that I will never forget. The penance was that I have to put my fingers on the floor and I have to kneel on them. Will I ever forget that? I will never forget that. That was a heavy burden laid on me by someone who had spiritual power on me. Maybe who could have empathized with me about the whole aspect of human frailty and being a teenager. But then I have another experience of confession where I literally broke down, and this priest was so humble and gentle, just gave me a big hug and said to me, "Bonnie, if I can be a priest and continue to be a priest, don't pull yourself, push yourself down. We are all weak. We can all do this." And that is clear sense of gift, gratitude, service. Gift. Everything is gift. Even my power, my priesthood, my marriage, my children, everything that I have is gift. And I'm so grateful I'm called to be a priest. I'm so grateful I'm called to be a doctor. I'm so grateful I'm called to be a teacher. I'm so grateful I have this position of power where I can persuade and influence of people, and my heart is full of gratitude. And I also get in touch with my own pain, my own weaknesses, my own brokenness, and here I am ready to serve. Can we break the cycle of power, entitlement, abuse? I don't think so. The only way, this study says, they can break this vicious circle is through revolt or undermining the legitimacy of power by finding their shame and publicizing it, like the Condas problem. That's the only way you can bring down on their knees and they say, "We are ready to serve the customers. We will give you free flights." The power is taken out of them, question their legitimacy. In our relationships, what makes us grateful, service-minded people is our desire, is our reflection on our own weaknesses. If you think I'm a priest who is approachable, who is caring, it is because I know my sins. I'm a weak man. I judge, I gossip, I get angry, I get frustrated. I have difficult time of coping with stress. I have times of loneliness. I harbor hatred. I get into family gossips in my own family, calling one auntie, to the other uncle, to the other brother, to the other sister. Then I go to bed thinking, oh my goodness, I'm a priest. I should know better. But this awareness of my weakness makes me realize everything is a gift. It generates in me a sense of gratitude. In that gratitude, there is empathy and there is service. Let us consider everything as a gift, including those things we feel we are entitled.